We going?
We're up.
Oh,
You
well,
can't trust us on your screen.
I guess I wasn't ready. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of What the Fanboy. Or I guess this week it's the Luke and Brett show. Because we got a couple members missing due to life. Unfortunately, comes swinging in pretty hard sometimes. But we're glad that you joined us. My name is Luke Zilge. And next to me this week is the beautiful Brett Eitzen.
In quotation marks, because
Absolutely.
you don't really believe it.
I don't.
Okay.
That's just what everybody else says, but I guess I have to keep the trend going. So.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, but
Tyler, good to see you in the chat.
Tyler, what's up?
Chime in on the chat when you want me to say something in your name.
Oh,
I won't try and imitate you because I'm awful at imitations.
well, that's something we can work on.
Okay.
In spare time, though, we've got a lot to get through because we have not done this for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What was the last time we did this actually live?
Did it live? 3 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh.
Episode 61. Because 62 and 63 we did pre-recorded.
Yep.
It's good to be back.
Yep. It's good to be back. But I have an important question for you, Brett. In these 3 weeks, what you been up to? What have you done?
Nothing. That's a lie. So I've been up to a lot. I'm trying to even think back 2 weeks ago. You know what? We recorded right before I left for vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So for anyone who doesn't know, I went on vacation, and that's why we didn't do live shows. Sorry, my fault. My wife and I went to Seattle.
Nice.
We went to go experience PAX, or the Penny Arcade Expo. It was a lot of fun, and I saw lots of video games and played a few. That's what all this stuff on the desk, which you can't see because of the camera angle, and our...
Look at that. Look at that merch, baby.
So I went to an Anthem panel, and it was really good. It was on storytelling, and I don't know if you want me to talk about this now or later.
No, I can talk about it later.
Okay. It was really good. Yeah.
Sweet.
Got to hang out with a bunch of people and play some video games and meet some developers. Meeting developers was always really cool.
Yep. What else did you do in Seattle besides PAX?
We did some, like, silly touristy things, like ride the Great Ferris Wheel, go down to the market, Pike Place Market. Like, the home of, like, the first Starbucks is there.
Only thing I could think of was
That's
Pikes
why-
Peak, so
Well,
that's not there.
That's why Starbucks' like signature roast is called Pike's Place,
Oh,
because that's where they started.
cool. I didn't know that.
There's like a super long line to get in. I was like, no, I'll just order it on the phone and go down to the one down the street. There's literally a Starbucks in like every other street corner down there.
It's probably awesome if you like coffee or Starbucks.
It's ridiculous.
I feel-
Anyway,
I'm not a coffee guy, or going to Starbucks isn't my thing, so
it's all good.
I feel like I'd get overwhelmed.
Yeah, it is. Although, to be fair, I'm not a serious coffee drinker. I like espressos and that kind of stuff. So
Mhm. I guess I'll drink a hot chocolate if it's in the middle of November on a snowy night and I'm cold. I like that. Should have a hot chocolate night some night. I'll do that. Is that
no.
everything, or?
So then we went. We hiked Rainier, not the whole thing. We just went up to a couple really nice scenic views, and we did some hiking up there.
Sounds exhausting.
It was. I'm in like play video games till 2 a.m. shape, not hike for 8 hours.
I hear that.
Shape.
I hear that.
So it is what it is. But I had a lot of fun, and I had some good pictures. I tried to get the pictures to show today, and I failed. So
Just so you know, Chris is saying you're gorgeous.
Oh,
So
Chris, thank you.
I guess I didn't hit the stride with that one by doing air quotations with the beautiful.
Tyler
I just can't do it.
also doesn't drink coffee, apparently.
My man.
That's fine.
My man.
There's no, you don't have to drink coffee. You don't have to not drink coffee.
I think
Do your thing.
I think the thing with me is like over the past 3 or 4 years, there's just been this kind of over obsession with coffee that I don't understand.
You're getting to the stage in life where a lot of people do drink it, and so it's just more of like an everyday thing, I think.
Oh man, I just drink water.
Good for you.
Like ice cold glass of water wakes me right up.
Yep. No, that's great. So the last thing
Hydrate or
I did
dehydrate.
in Seattle was I went to V1 Interactive. They are a fairly new game studio founded by the lead game developer on Halo Reach. So after Marcus Leto's his name, he did Reach, and then he helped a little bit on Destiny, and then Bungie was really big, so he was like, I'm going to go do my own thing. So we started V1, and they're making a game, and I can't talk about it.
Oh, you signed an NDA?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Well, bring it on. No. I regret saying that because I'm such a weakling, so never mind.
You want to fight? Let's fight.
Off camera.
That's what people want to see.
Off camera.
Tyler and Chris, who would win in a brawl between the two of us?
Oh, jeez.
That's what I want to know. Luke, what did you do the last 2 weeks?
Okay. I did a lot, so I went on some like crazy binge of everything. But first, I need to talk about something that's probably pretty important that I should mention. My brother got married last weekend, which is pretty cool. I got a new sister, which is awesome, and they've both been on the show. So you're welcome. What the Fanboy takes full credit for you guys getting married, just so you know.
We're a little known fact. We are a matchmaking service as well.
We are. So if you want to be a guest, but you also want to get married, find somebody else that you think should be on the show. Maybe you'll marry him someday.
There you go.
So you heard it. You heard it here. But I also watched a bunch of stuff. Some movies that I watched to knock out of my Netflix list that were really good was L.A. Confidential with Russell Crowe and I think it's Guy Pearce and Kevin Spacey. No, Kevin Spacey's a little turd nugget now, but he's really good in that movie. I'll say it.
No, yeah.
Righteous Kill, which is Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. They're chasing down the serial killer who's killing bad guys. That movie.
Well, thankfully he's not killing good guys.
Yes, that's very good. That movie though, like I started it first and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this. I just wasn't in the mood for it. Mm-hmm. And then I stopped watching it, and then a couple nights later I started watching it again, and it got so good all of a sudden. It was really good. In my Harry Potter-a-thon that I'm doing, I've read and watched now everything through Half-Blood Prince.
Okay.
So I'm into Deathly Hallows, and about 7 hours into that book.
I just remember loving Deathly Hallows, the book.
Yeah.
It was so, it had some just fantastic moments.
The only one I could...
read those again.
You should. They're really good. I forgot how good they are.
Yeah.
And, Dolores Umbridge from Order of the Phoenix in the book has got to be one of the best villains ever.
Yeah.
I've never liked and hated somebody so much. Just such a frustrating character, but at the same time, you're like, I can't wait till they get theirs.
Yeah.
It's just so exciting. I just really enjoyed that character. Something I did with Tyler and also a buddy of ours, Joel. I was really nervous to do this. We watched The Conjuring 2.
Oh.
And because we're going to go see The Nun sometime.
Oh, boy.
It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was scary. Not as good nor as scary as The Conjuring. That movie, I think, is on a whole different level, but it was really good. I'd recommend that movie. Probably fanboy worthy.
Sweet.
Oh, geez. I got so much stuff. Oh, I'm running out of breath already. We're all 10 minutes in. I watched Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime. It's 8 episodes, and I would highly recommend it to somebody that has Amazon Prime. It reminded me a lot of 24, but it's not over the top like 24 was. which was really nice. Sometimes you'd watch 24 and be like, okay, that's ridiculous. But this is like, it's really grounded, and it's like really realistic. It never really goes too far, and it's
Doesn't get too crazy.
yeah, and it's like the acting too is really good in it. John Krasinski, I'm loving him more and more the more I see him. And then also, I don't know the actor's name, but he plays Greer in the show. Oh, he's so good. Oh, I loved him. He was awesome. I played the Battlefield 5 beta. I played it for like 2 hours maybe. If you played this more than I did, you'll have to... I think Luke is a scrappy guy. Depends on the scenario. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate that. If you played the Battlefield 5 beta more than I did, you'll have to let me know how much you enjoyed it. I thought it was okay.
More of the same.
More of the same. I didn't really feel like they revolutionized anything new. Their Battle Royale wasn't available. All I could do was the Grand Operations or Conquest. And I've played Conquest. I like Conquest. But like while I was playing it, I was like, Battlefield 1 was more fun than this.
It would have been a great marketing move for them to have launched that beta with their Battle Royale mode. What's it called? Firestorm?
I think so.
I think is what it's called.
I don't remember.
Because it would have beaten the Black Ops beta, and the fact that they're launching now the game got delayed. News story, sorry.
Yeah.
Got delayed till November. Like they're launching after Battlefield, so having the beta, kind of get people hyped up, I think would have been a great move.
And they released the beta over the weekend that Forsaken and Spider-Man came out. It's like nobody's gonna play it. I played it for 2 hours, and it took me 2 hours to download.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like it was really worth it. I'm still looking forward to the game. I'm sure it will be great, but just I got one more thing before.
Just keep going. You're fine.
Okay, this week. This is something else that came out. Iron Fist Season 2 came out this weekend. So all those Marvel Netflix people will probably watch that instead of playing the beta, probably. But I've got to give it to them on Iron Fist Season 2. It's a huge step in the right direction. I really enjoyed it. Maybe it's because the first season was so bad, and this one isn't great by any means, but it's just so much better. It was so much more enjoyable. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of that is for two reasons. One is they got the action choreographers from Black Panther.
Nice.
Which helps so much. The action is really good in this. There's just a lot of standout fight scenes. Also, Finn Jones actually had time to train for the role this time, so he could actually do the fighting moves. But then also, there's a new character in the show played by Alice Eve called Mary Walker. And oh dang, she's good. Like, she's creepy and she's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed her role, and I'm really looking forward to season 3 now, especially with how it ended. I don't know if anybody's like seen tweets about it, but it has a pretty crazy ending that is gonna really change the Netflix Defenders characters.
Yeah,
because It changed a lot. It's a lot. I'd really recommend it. I give it a fanboy worthy. Whereas season 1 was a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's quite the turnaround.
Yeah, I comparing it to what's recently come out with the Defenders universe, I did not like Jessica Jones season 2, and I thought Luke Cage season 2 was okay. I actually enjoyed this more than those, and I don't know if it's technically better by like critically. But I think just having good action in the show really elevates it. Also, it's 10 episodes instead of the normal 13, which really, really helps. And I also played Spider-Man PS4, but I'll get into that later. Oh, I'm really excited to talk about that. But that's everything I did.
So I had one other thing. I finally finished Sharp Objects on HBO.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago now.
I know. I've been maybe I should have saved it, but that's one of those. HBO doesn't just let you binge their shows. You have to watch them week over week, which I really like. I think some shows work better as binge, and some shows work better as kind of episodic over a couple months. It was really good. The twist at the end
Was it satisfying?
Yes, it was very satisfying.
Okay.
Very satisfying. So
awesome.
I recommend it if you're mature enough to watch it.
Yes. Very, very important. You and Tyler need to talk about that.
We do.
Got to compare notes.
Yes.
I guess kind of going off that, having one episode released every week, that kind of leads into a news story I have. So if we want to,
let's do it.
Go into news.
Jump in.
So this 2 weeks ago or last week or something, Kevin Smith hosted a Facebook Live event, and it was all about DC Universe. And they showed off how it was going to work, how the comic reader worked, the shows that they were going to have. There's a Young Justice clip, and it was sick! But they also announced it's coming out. The service is coming out on September 15th, which is this Saturday. And that's Batman Day also. So that's when they're kicking it off. Titans, their original series that they're making, doesn't come out until October 12th.
Okay.
Which I think is a good thing, but also is a bad thing. Because, I mean...
that it's not there on day one.
It'd be awesome if it's there on day one, but also... I think you kind of want to make sure it runs well.
Right.
At the same time. So it's a win-win, lose-lose. If that's a thing.
Sure, we'll make it a thing.
I'm not super upset that it's coming out on October 12th. There's going to be so much on there for me. And so maybe I'm just trying to spin this into a positive. But they're going they'll be all the nerds will be like, "Yo, this thing is super sick. I'm really enjoying this service, and also there's a show coming out." So maybe the people that are more hesitant will jump in. That could also hurt them though, because if it turns out the service is terrible, there's nothing good, nothing works on there, then people who were hesitant might not go in and won't watch the show. They'll just find it online somewhere for free.
Yeah.
Which is never good. Don't
do that. Don't be a pirate.
Arg.
Unless you're playing Sea of Thieves. I'm gonna...
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Sea of Thieves.
But kind of along with the DC Universe stuff, all the Titans and all their original series are going to be released on Friday nights. One episode at a time, kind of like how HBO does it. So I honestly wasn't expecting that, and we'll see how that goes. And it works for HBO, so I don't know why it wouldn't work for them. Not everybody has to do it Netflix style, which honestly kind of gets overbearing sometimes.
That's my biggest qualm with Netflix is that they release whole seasons, and again, that's fine if you've become like me and you just have a couple shows that you end up watching. But if you want to watch a bunch of shows, it gets really overwhelming really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and Iron Fist came out, and in the past I'd always binged them as fast as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes so I could talk about it on here. Sometimes because it's good. Sometimes so I could just get it out of the way. But sometimes I just watch the shows by accident super fast, and then it's just over. I did not think I was going to finish Iron Fist last night. That's why I was up late. But it kind of happened, but I didn't know it was 10 episodes either. But I'm excited for DC Universe. Hopefully the Titan show is good. And I'm excited for Saturday. Oh, I have Amazing Race this weekend, though, so I probably won't get to use it.
I'm excited for Saturday because of Arts and Crafts Fair.
Oh, jeez.
Get some good German food.
And it's the fair, too.
I don't do the fair.
Well, for Amazing Race, though, I'm going to go to one of those places.
You're going to be... Good luck.
Thank you. Seniors, 2019. We got it. We're going to take it. Oh, you have any news stories, or should I just keep going?
Dude, All of mine, I compared notes. All of mine are embedded in yours, so just go through
All
them,
right.
man.
So we got a first look at Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Through Entertainment Weekly, and what do you think about those photos?
I thought they looked really good.
Yeah.
It's very cool and different to see characters who we've seen before in Ronin.
Yeah.
Like seeing him back, that's kind of like, oh, are they?
Yeah.
He was probably one of the weaker parts of Guardians 1,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's a decent chance to. I mean, I don't know how much he's going to be in the movie.
Could
There's
add
a
some
chance
backstory.
to redeem his character a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I thought Brie Larson looked fantastic.
Yep.
I loved the costuming, and the setting on the beach was
Yes.
very pretty for a shot. I have no idea if it was just a photo shoot or if that's actually part of the movie.
Mm-hmm. I thought, first of all, this isn't like a gripe on Brie Larson's outfit or anything. Just Entertainment Weekly needs to figure out how to get better covers on their magazines. Because it was terrible. Like, me and Tyler were talking, like, it looks like they photoshopped her head on top of her outfit.
Yeah.
And, like, it's a great outfit. Like, just use a real picture. You don't need to do all that stuff. Also, I thought the scrolls looked kind of interesting. I don't know if those are going to be tweaked or enhanced anymore, but I thought
they were maybe a little generic. And,
yeah.
But that's what I've kind of come to expect with Marvel villains. Honestly. Like.
That's funny.
Yeah, okay. It's a humanoid thing with different skin color.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, next news story. This came out when Iron Fist Season 2 came out because it's the post-credit scene. Spoilers, but it's been released. Daredevil Season 3 trailer. It's about 40 seconds long, and it's just him talking in the confessional, and oh boy. Woo! Yo, I'm hyped for Daredevil Season 3. Give it to me.
I still think that, and I have on and off watched Season 2s of, like, I haven't finished Jessica Jones Season 2. I'm kind of with you. I didn't think it was...
That was so boring.
I didn't think it was that great. Especially compared to Season 1. Anyways.
Yes.
Daredevil is the one that I can always go back to and just kind of keep plowing through slowly but surely. So that's that's awesome.
Yeah, I hope that does come out in 2018. That's when it was said it was coming out, but I want it now. Dang it. Okay, next thing, Chris, I got some Dune news for you. I don't know if you heard this, but Rebecca Ferguson of Mission Impossible Fallout is rumored for the lead female role in that movie. Dennis, sorry. I'm sorry. I called him Dennis. Are you going to be upset with me?
I'll forgive you this time.
Oh, good. Denis Villeneuve's Dune. So I'm a huge fan of Rebecca Ferguson, so that got me super excited.
I think she's really proven herself the last couple of years, so
yeah,
I'm all in. Those are two wonderful creators.
Oh yeah.
And so, if the rest of the team can get behind them and just, again, the studio letting a creator do their thing is the best way to create something meaningful that resonates with people. So.
Yep. Oh, Henry Cavill, Superman himself. He's back, baby. But not as Superman.
Nope.
But he has been cast as, I don't know how to pronounce it, Geralt.
That sounds right.
In Netflix's The Witcher series.
Mm-hmm.
I've never played a Witcher game, but I like Netflix series, and I know what the game is about, and I really like Henry Cavill, so sign me up, please.
Yeah, the games are really good in that they're very in depth. They're co-written by the author who writes the book series, and they're never like carbon copies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like there's a book of The Witcher 1 and there's a book of the story of Witcher 2. So the fact that this is being written by someone who's very much in that universe gives me a lot of hope that it's going to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And Netflix is good about, for the most part, letting again, their creators do their thing.
Yeah. More so in their series, I feel like.
Yes.
Their movies.
Yeah, their movies are. They still haven't figured out the movie thing.
I'm trying to think. I did like shoot, I can't remember what it's called now. It's the one with Paul Rudd.
Oh.
The Secret of Happiness or something.
Yeah.
That movie was so.
Yeah.
That's not what it's called, but
No. But
that movie was so good. Definitely their best movie, I'd say.
yeah.
But that's all my news. So if you got any more, pump it out. Let me have it.
Let me check my Google Doc.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't have any other news.
Oh. There's no video game news, well, at least from here. But you'll get into that later.
I mean, yeah. So like, video game news. We kind of mentioned Spider-Man was released. Destiny 2 Forsaken released. There's some bugs in Forsaken, glitches that Bungie had to address today.
Oh, I think I saw that about the raid.
Yeah, people were able to glitch into the raid area and get to a chest, and so they were able to get like armor pieces and yeah.
That's funny.
So, it's a big like. I understand, like, it's a big game, and that sucks, and I wish they would punish people more for doing that. Like, and that's a double-edged sword.
Go to your room!
That's a double-edged sword, because, like, I do a lot of exploring in Destiny myself, and so if I accidentally stumble upon something, like, I don't want to be punished for that. Mm-hmm. But I also know, like, after it was discovered, like, people took advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that, that sucks. I'm also not going to go for World's First Raid next week or later this week, so I don't really care. And other than that, there's not a lot of video game news. Everyone kind of got out of the way for Spider-Man and Destiny. Good call.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Good call, world.
Don't compete.
So, yeah, I can talk about Spider-Man for a bit.
So yeah, let's jump into some reactions. What are your? These won't be full-on reviews, mostly because you haven't beaten it.
I haven't beaten it, but I know I'm 61% completed, and I think I'm definitely over halfway with the main story.
Yeah.
But 10 minutes into this game, I was already just over the moon about it. This is, once again, PlayStation puts out an absolute banger of a game. This is like just another reason to go buy a PS4, I would say. Like, if God of War didn't convince you, and now there's Spider-Man as well, like, that's reason enough to go get this console, and the consoles aren't super expensive anymore. I mean, they're still expensive, but not as expensive anymore. But this, I guess I should try and organize this a little bit better. So I'll talk about just the gameplay in it. Like, the mechanics are so fluid. Like, you'll just swing through the city, and I haven't had any problems yet with, like, it jumping around or anything like that. I've had some weird camera angles, but I mean,
in a game that big and that open world with a third-person perspective, you're gonna get those.
Yeah, and that's like when I've been, like, there's some crimes you have to stop where you go into a little restaurant on the side of the road, and you go in there, and you can't really see where Spider-Man goes. That seems to be the only real problem I've had with the camera angles, and then also, like, at the beginning, I just wasn't used to it yet. And that's another thing, like, I was texting Tyler when we were first both playing, I was like, this combat is so difficult. I was, like, really struggling to dodge, and it's very, very similar to how Arkham does it, where you'll hit O to dodge, and you'll jump over somebody or slide underneath them, but I kept missing, and I was like, I don't get what I'm doing wrong. I don't get why I kept dying. I was like, ugh, I'm on the easiest difficulty, and I feel so pathetic as the Amazing Spider-Man. But as I went through the game, it got so much easier. And it's not. I don't think it's just because I've done it now for 20 hours. It's because you unlock skills that make you better in the game. And this is one of my favorite parts of the game. The bad guys don't get stronger with you. Like,
okay.
It's something I can't stand. Like, as you progress through a game, the bad guys you're fighting, these scrubs, they're like, oh, I've got super armor now. That's convenient, so I just have to hit you more. But like, they have all that stuff from the beginning. Like, you're in the tutorial building where you're learning how to do all the moves, and they're like, here's the shield guys, here's the melee weapon guys, here's the gun guys, here's the stun baton guys. All right, ready, go. And like, when there's melee people, you have to hit them up in the air, and you have to react to that, and you have to be aware of the guys with guns and rocket launchers. And then there's these demons in it. It's the gang, not real demons, and they have like can shoot energy, and you have to be aware of that. And as you go through the game, you feel like Spider-Man. Like, you get really good at fighting, and it's so much fun. Also, swinging through the city might be the most relaxing and greatest thing about this game. Like, it's the Manhattan, Long Island. I don't remember what it's called, but like, you can go to the I've been there, but I don't know what it's called. You can go to the
Greater New York area.
Yeah. You can go to the Empire State Building. You can go to Central Park and the Bethesda Fountain. You can go to Grand Central Station and Madison Square Garden. From what I can tell, it's pretty much, I don't know if it is, but it seems like it's 1-to-1.
Nice.
Which is super awesome.
That's really impressive.
And I was in Times Square, and I was like, this looks like Times Square. You know what it was? It was Times Square. Something I actually didn't realize in the Division. Sorry, Tyler. But like, I didn't know if it would ever be possible to make a Spider-Man game and make it so easy to swing through the city. But you hold R, you hit X, and you do both triggers, and you can just zip through the city. There's a fast travel system in this game. No, thank you. I'm swinging everywhere because it's just so fun. It's so easy, and they just developed that so well, so easy to control. So thank you, Insomniac, for making that possible. Story-wise, I've really enjoyed the story so far. I'm actually learning some stuff about Spider-Man villains. So like, when this Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man starts kicking off, I know who some of these people are now.
Oh, nice.
There's a lot of fun side missions. Like, I beat the ones with Black Cat. I found all the backpacks. I took pictures of all the landmarks. I've done all of Harry Osborn's research stations. They're all a lot of fun. I think I'm probably 2/3 through the main story, and it's really, really good. You're an older Peter Parker. You're out of college, and you work at Octavius Labs. But story-wise, I think my favorite part about this game might be the relationship from Pete and MJ. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but no, it's not. It won't rock your world. You're not together. You'd broken up. I don't know how much I should say, but yeah, you were in a relationship. You broke up, but you're trying to figure out what's going on in New York right now. I mean, there's like bombs going off every 10 seconds in this place. But that's probably my favorite part, and the voice acting and the direction of the game has been super solid so far, which is always very impressive when they can do that, especially with the voice acting, because I feel like a lot of voice acting in video games is it's like, okay, skip,
Right.
skip, I get it, skip. But this one, I'm like really interested in just watching the cinematics and the stories. I should probably do a con, because this does kind of bother me. Sometimes I will, like, you'll go to an area and it will go to a cutscene when you land somewhere, and then it goes back into the real world, and it like shows you landing somewhere. It's just, it seems like the cinematic scenes are kind of, they're not fluidly put in there.
Okay.
But it's fine. It's not make or break. I might just have been used to God of Wars, which was absolutely seamless, and I'd never seen anything like that before. But it's not really well done with just that little part. But I mean, it's fine. Oh, what else should I cover? Tyler, what did I miss? You're in the chat, so let me know if I missed anything. The city is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I'd mentioned, like there's just constant crime going, so I'll be just swinging around most of the time, not doing the story, not even doing a side mission, just looking for crime because you earn different like tokens for like crime or doing research labs or finding backpacks, and you use those to unlock the different spider suits or different gadgets or different skills or anything like that.
Favorite spider suit that's not spoilery?
The Scarlet Spider suit, which comes with it if you pre-ordered it, is very awesome. If you're really concerned about a major, no, not a major spoiler. That was the wrong thing to say. It's like it won't ruin the game for you, but just fast forward real quick. Hit the 15-second skip button. If you get all the backpacks, you get the suit, the sweatsuit from Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh.
That one's a lot of fun. Also, you have different powers, so you can get the Iron Spider arms, or you can like make holograms of yourself. You can shoot webs literally out of, I think, every orifice possible. That's the one I currently have right now. Oh yeah, if you beat all the Black Cat one, thank you, Tyler. If you beat all the Black Cat missions, you get this sweet black and red outfit, and it's dope looking. But one thing I didn't know about the game was you can put any of the powers with any of the suit. I thought the power was specific to that suit, so that's something I really like too. I can use any of the suits, but I can use a power. At least I think. I don't know. I pretty much use the same power, which is either the focus or the webs everywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's just easier to fight. So
you like a lot, and you recommend it, even though we're not giving it an actual review score.
Yes, but on the fanboy recommendation scale, this is an absolute booyah. Like I don't think there's been a moment in this game except for the very beginning when I didn't know what I was doing, where I was just like super frustrated. Now it's just like living a Spider-Man. I'm Spider-Man, yo. This guy's Spider-Man.
That's great. It's good to see that. I mean, it's really no surprise. Sony's been knocking their single-player games out of the park for the last few years. It's not really a surprise that they've done the same with this, but that's great. I mean, I'm very happy for all you PS4 owners.
Hey, you can
I'm gonna have to jump in at some point.
You're gonna have to. You're missing out on a lot of really good games. For comparison, real quick, to the Arkham series, quality-wise, I'd say it's up there with Arkham City, which I think is definitely the best one. But world-wise and how everything reacts, it feels like Night. Which, if you didn't like that game, don't worry. I know some people weren't super hot about it, but that's not a bad thing. It's just like how the city is alive reminds me a lot of that game, but the gameplay is a lot like City. So,
cool.
Highly, highly, highly recommend go buy a PS4, get God of War Horizon Zero Dawn in this game, and you'll be set for like a year.
So Tyler on the chat was talking a little bit about how during the news segment I didn't mention that Blackout dropped. I know we had kind of offhandedly mentioned it.
The beta.
The beta for Call of Duty Black Ops 4's Battle Royale mode Blackout is live on PS4 right now.
I did watch a little bit of that, and I thought it looked super fun.
Yeah. And it comes out on Xbox later this week and then PC next weekend.
Do you have to pre-order the game? or is it open?
I think so. Hold on.
I don't
We'll
know.
see if our chat is faster than me typing into Google.
Maybe I'll do it. I'm interested in this new Black Ops. I think it is looking pretty good so far. Honestly, I think just from after playing the Battlefield 5 beta, I might be getting both in case Battlefield 5 doesn't satisfy. But, I mean, Battlefield 5 just needs a different beta with whatever the dank their thing is called. Anybody?
Thank you, Siebel and Tyler. You do have to pre-order to get the beta. But you can always do that like on...
Cancel it.
Wherever you do and just cancel it.
Yeah.
I think if you pre-order it on like at GameStop, it's like a $5 down. And if you pre-order it on digital, like on Xbox Live, it won't take any money out.
Mm-hmm.
It just does all $60 like a day or two before the game. So as long as you cancel it before then, you're good.
Sweet. I'll think about it. I could
I'm
so busy this weekend again that I wouldn't have time to play it ever, so that's just the other thing. Seniors 2019. But, Mr. Brett, I need to hear what PAX was all about. I need to hear your favorite things from PAX.
Things at PAX. Okay.
These are some of my favorite things from PAX.
So I spent. Everyone knows that I'm a huge Destiny fan, so I spent.
What?
I know.
You play Destiny?
I do.
Oh, cool.
Fun fact. So I spent quite a bit of time at their booth. I actually didn't play any Gambit. I have played Gambit in the real game, and it is freaking amazing. Totally. That alone might be worth the cost of admission.
Is that
probably not?
It's
a new game mode. Yeah, so it's a PV. It's a mashup of a PvP and a PvE game where there's two teams and you're killing enemy combatants and getting their motes that they drop, and then you bank these motes and you get points. You can send blockers over, and you can, and then the PvP aspect is a couple times a match you can send one of your players over to invade and try and prevent them from depositing their motes.
So there's really nothing else like that.
Not in Destiny or really any of them AAA modern shooters.
So that's nice. A new unique game mode.
Yeah, very unique.
Maybe that will be the next Battle Royale.
Oh boy.
Every game's going to have a version of Gambit.
Some of my other favorite things, talked about Anthem, a very Destiny-like game. I went to their panel on storytelling. The way they're going to handle storytelling in Anthem is a little different in that when you're out in the world, you can be with your friends, but then when you go home to Fort Tarsis, kind of the base, you go in by yourself, and that's where your world could be very different than my world based on, what we've done. So we each experience our different story, but then when we go out into the cooperative space, then that's all seamless. I mean, that's all, we can do that together.
Nice.
They seemed, they're the developers, right? They're the people making it. They seem very excited about it, and,
I'm going to look at this again.
Please do. I got 4 awesome posters of the different javelin suits.
They went for a little swim in this poster.
Yeah, they did. They did, didn't they? What else did I do? Oh, I got to play a few games. I played Ashen, which is a game that's been on my radar since E3. It's very Dark Souls-y, but with cell shaded graphics. So it looks very simple, and honestly, it looks very creepily cute. Is maybe how I'll describe it.
Creepily cute.
Or the people don't really have faces. They've just got kind of blank face. But it's the style of the game.
Yeah.
And it works really well. But the combat is very intense in terms of you have to be able to parry and you have to be able to dodge because you're super, super weak, and these enemies are very tanky, and so they, it requires, making those combo moves and stuff like that.
Yep.
It was really good. Look forward to trying it out.
Real quick.
Launches. Yes.
Battlefield 5 looks like a reskin of Battlefield 1. Yes, you're right. I am worried. And yes, the Base of Ops and Division and Anthem are going to be very similar in that. I really enjoyed that part about Division, how you could go into that base and skidoo-ba-doop-ba-doop.
Right. The main difference in Anthem is that you won't be able to even go in with other people.
Mm-hmm. But you walk out and the homies are there.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
I can dig it. Looks like we're gonna have to squad up. What the fanboy squad up?
Dude, let's do it. Squad up. I have another thing. It's over by you. I don't honestly remember what this game was called, but it was really fun. It's an indie game. It's called Rapture Rejects. And it's...
Don't want to be a Rapture reject.
So it's a battle royale game on the PC. But you're this cute little, if you ever seen the comics by the Oatmeal, you're kind of like this, little stick figure guy. And it's kind of a top-down, so you're controlling, from the bird's eye view. And it was really fun. I won't get it because I don't play games on PC.
Yeah.
But, if you're a PC gamer, that's probably... Honestly, it's probably, a $15 game.
Yeah, and it looks like a fun
It's
art
fun
style.
level. Yeah.
Which is always...
It's a very
always
unique art
helpful.
style.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rapture rejects.
Other fun things. Oh, I spent some money. I spent lots of money. So I got my Xbox.
Xbox.
I got a couple of Xbox shirts. I did go over... To be unbiased, I went over to the PlayStation store, and nothing really caught my fancy. Everything was also $10 more than anything over on the Xbox side. So
it's because Xbox needs to sell more stuff. Just being honest.
My big buy was my Pillar of Autumn replica right there. Makes me very happy. It's going to go up on the shelf next week, but I figured for this week we could put it on the table.
Right there. Or there. Or there. Or there.
I'll probably put it up on the top shelf because it won't get seen on the bottom shelf. Half the time we block the bottom shelves.
Shout out to Ty for this lunchbox.
Yeah, we need to find another place for that book. It's just sitting very precariously on your lunchbox.
It works.
Yeah.
For now.
Other things. I watched Metro Exodus. That game looks really good. I didn't get a chance to play it. The lines were ridiculously long, and they only had 2 stations for it. Whereas, for Forza, they had, 10 stations. So, Forza's good. It's Forza.
It's a car game?
It's a car game.
This is Forza Horizon?
Horizon
4?
Yes.
5?
I think it's
the next Forza Horizon.
Forza Horizon. The new Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
So it's got some cool seasonal elements and stuff to it. I'm not that into racing games. I'll probably download it because I'll get it on Game Pass. And I'll play it at some time. I don't know. Probably never.
I'll get it when it's eventually on Games with Gold.
Oh yeah.
Because I've gotten 3 or 4 Forza games through Games with Gold.
What else? Stuff I can't talk about.
NDAs.
And I love getting to meet people. It's not something that you guys probably care all that much about. But one of the people that I feel like I've become friends with over the last couple of years, his name is Jeff Easterling, also known as Grim Brother 1. He is a writer for 343. He has a super deep love and passion for the Halo universe. And it's just great to talk to him. I mean, he can't talk about Halo Infinite or anything like that.
Yeah.
But just with the MCC, the Master Chief Collection just got a revamp, so it works now. Yay! And
So I can Reinstall it.
You can reinstall it.
I will have it on there in a week.
Yeah. So it's great to talk to those kind of people. Marty O'Donnell, I got to see again. We didn't chat very long, mostly because there was a bunch of other people who wanted to talk to him. No surprise, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun at PAX. Maybe next year we can go as like actual
Squad up at PAX West.
go as like actual What the Fanboy media.
Did you hand out any business cards?
Did some media passes. I did hand out a couple.
Oh. Did you wear the shirt?
I did wear the shirt.
Yeah. Also, you can, if you want a shirt, let us know.
Oh yeah, we do have shirts for sale. Fun fact.
Yep.
Other thing I'll go over real quick, since you did your quick reaction to Spider-Man, I'll talk about Forsaken, because I know, like, Tyler and Siebel both, I assume are still watching, got Destiny 2, played Destiny 2, and we're like, okay, like, yeah, it's fine, and then we're done. Tyler specifically talked about how he really enjoyed the end of like Destiny 1, the original Destiny, years 2 and 3 with the Taken King and like those quality of life improvements. Forsaken is definitely a big step in the right direction for Destiny 2. They've done a lot to. Oh, good to see you, Siebel. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you're still here.
Just checking.
They've done a lot in terms of making like a decent campaign. The campaign's really good. The story's still super simple, but it's a way more emotional and relatable story than what we've gotten in either Warmind or Curse of Osiris. I understand why Bungie doesn't consider it spoilers, because it's like the first thing that they show in the game, which is Cade 6, Nathan Fillion's character, like your Hunter Vanguard, is killed. And so the whole idea of the campaign is that it's like a Western revenge story. So,
nice.
You're hunting down the barons who killed him, and then Prince Uldren, who, actually had the final blow. And it's really good in that it takes some twists and turns that you don't expect.
Very nice.
It's not great in that my con to the story is that it picks up really quickly without explaining a lot. So, like, the last time we see Uldren in Destiny 1, he's like, it's left very ambiguous if he's even alive, and there's a bunch of stuff in the lore that happens between then and when the campaign starts that just aren't told. Oh, thanks, Tyler. There was a story in Warmind. You're right. No, it was pretty weak. Let's see. What are my other notes? So yes, I would probably consider it a Taken King for Destiny 2 in terms of it's doing a lot of good things. Story-wise, it's really progressing the story in a very interesting and unique direction. The Scorn are the new enemy. They're really good. They're really fun to fight. They take kind of the best elements of other enemy classes and put them kind of in a fallen skin. And they behave differently. The Barons especially, so there's 8 Barons that you have to hunt down before you can kill or go to kill Uldren. And each one of them is not like their own mission. They're set up as adventures. If you know what adventures are in Destiny, they're like little mini missions. So none of the bosses are super complicated, but they each have one like really unique combat mechanic that's pretty cool. It's a nice variety, and it breaks up the campaign. Like there's a couple missions, then you have to hunt the Barons, and then there's a couple more missions. The grind's not too bad, especially during the campaign. There's a soft cap at level 500, so you start off at like 400, and the final cap is 600. When you hit 500 is kind of when you're done with the campaign, and then there's a big grind that I'm not super thrilled about. We'll see how it progresses over the coming weeks. But the flip side of that coin is that once you're done with the campaign, a new location unlocks. It's called the Dreaming City, and my lord, it is amazing. It is my favorite location in any video game of all time.
So it's a dream come true.
It is a
Nailed it.
Yeah, so it's like if you went to Weta Workshops and they're like, make Rivendell in space.
Oh, dang.
Like Lord of the Rings in space, and make all the weapons have that like elfish look. And you're like, oh, like it shouldn't. Maybe the word isn't shouldn't work. You're like, how is this gonna work? But it works beautifully, and it's full of mystery, and it's like an end game location. So there's like 2 story missions there, but then the rest of it's just like there's gonna be stuff that happens here that changes over time. There's mysteries that you won't be able to unlock right away. It's the location for the raid. Anyways, I'm gonna be taking lots of screenshots and videos of that place because I love it so much.
Awesome.
The other really great thing is they've included the lore in the game. There's a whole new tab in your menu that's dedicated to triumphs and challenges and lore. And if you're into lore, I know, Tyler, you read books. Tyler, I think you would really actually enjoy the lore in this game because it's like the lore in the Taken King was set up almost like scripture. Like there were books and verses. And this is way more of like a novel in that like here's a page out of like a little bit of a story, and then the next page is like 2 days later or the next part of the story. But it's really fascinating, and yeah, if you enjoy Destiny, it's a must get. If you don't love the grind of Destiny, I still think, but you like the gameplay, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the $30 or $40. I think it's $40.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
It's like a whole new game.
I know.
Ugh.
But as with most things with Destiny, it's better with friends, and I'll give it a full review after I've played the raid. But from everything they've said, it's going to be the biggest, most difficult raid to date. So
Good luck.
Color me excited.
You can do it. You can't do it. Oh, I said that out loud.
Yeah. So yeah, there's my Destiny reaction.
Awesome. Let us, if you played both, let us know what's better, Destiny Forsaken or Spider-Man.
Oh gosh, they're 2 very different games.
They're very different.
But people will probably pick Spider-Man.
Sorry, I accidentally played a Vine on my phone.
I thought. Do you have Vine? Is that still a thing?
No.
Is that app still a thing?
I was on YouTube ready for my air horn for Twitter with Tyler.
No. Are we ready for that?
Are you ready for that? I'm ready for that.
If we're gonna do like a breakdance session, yeah, I'm ready for it.
All the people listening have no idea that I just did some dumb dance. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they happened at the same time.
I don't know. I'm gonna do mine again just in case.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sure that's super annoying.
I wonder if people actually like the air horn. I don't
That's
care.
a good question. Let us know on Twitter. Do you like the air horn or do you dislike the air horn?
I like the air horn. I'm all about the air horn.
All right. So what do we got? Tyler. Oh. He's not
Where's
here.
Tyler at?
Tyler, we can't do Twitter with Tyler without you.
We'll wait for you to get. I'm just kidding. I'm just waiting for it to load.
You are? Well, I've got a question from our very own Seabull in the audience. He said, if you could play any campaign for the rest of eternity, what would it be?
Campaign and not just a game?
Oh, hey, thanks for that note, Tyler. That's a little loud. I'll get that fixed.
So campaign, not
like
game.
Like video game campaign. I assume. Siebel, are you talking about a straight up video game campaign? Like, here is Halo's campaign, or here is Spider-Man's campaign, or God of War's campaign.
And you can't include side quests.
Ooh, that's a good question. Are side quests allowed?
I'm gonna answer it for him and say no. Oh, jeez. I could cheat so easy with this, though, and just say Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which is one of my favorite games ever. And it had an awesome story, so I'm going to go with that. I feel like that's a cop-out answer, though, because I say that game all the time. Oh.
Man. Campaign.
Ooh, also, Last of Us.
Side quests not allowed. Siebel says.
I think I would want to say KOTOR because it's one of my favorite games, but that game is also super dated, so it'd be hard to play. So I'm gonna go with The Last of Us, one of the best campaigns ever made. That's final answer.
No, that's a good one.
For $1 million.
That's a really good one. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's got such good combat. I'm gonna say Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh, the game is so good.
I don't know if it's just because Tomb Raider's on my mind because it's coming out next week or this week, but yeah. Ooh. It's such a
super pumped for that game.
Such a good game. Yes, me too.
And it's kind of frustrating with those games because I feel like they're under the radar and they don't deserve to be.
They totally deserve more.
Those games are
they're so good.
Fantastic. And I feel like nobody really plays them because it's coming out next to like 5 other games that are coming out. So I'm worried that people aren't going to get it, but at least it's the last one in the trilogy.
Yeah.
So at least we got the trilogy.
We got the full trilogy.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Siebel.
That was a good question. I like that. From our boy Eric Exum, Addy Exum. If your co-hosts all had a superpower, what would that superpower be? You cannot choose your own power.
I should have written these down.
All right, I got the one I have for you, Brett. I just thought of this. I'd been thinking all episode, but this is what I just came up with. Your superpower is that you can read minds, but you have to do it like this.
I'm down for that.
You have to touch them, foreheads touching.
Oh, we didn't touch our foreheads.
Oh, well. Foreheads touching, hands over their ears, and you have to look into their soul through their eyes. So if you were listening to that on SoundCloud or iTunes, you just missed out on probably something very strange to see.
Our apologies to all of our video viewers.
#YouTube. We got to think of stuff for Chris and Tyler as well.
So Are we co-oping this? Like
for them?
We're doing this together for them?
Yeah, we'll do it together for them.
Okay. See, I feel like Chris is probably gonna have. So it's gonna be something like kind of like Jessica Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got this incredible like brute strength that you don't. You look at him, you're like, and then he just like picks someone up and just throws them.
I can definitely see that. The last person you'd expect to get thrown across a football field by.
Yeah.
No offense, Chris. Oh gosh.
I'm the second to last person, so.
So I'm not second to last or last. So. Hey. Looks like I'm moving up in the world, everybody.
Whereas, so Tyler.
Ah, Tyler.
Tyler seems like a speedster to me.
Yeah, he would be a speedster.
Yeah. Just
with that Ezra Miller form.
Yeah.
Tyler, you're a speedster. You're welcome.
But Luke.
Oh, jeez.
What is Luke? That's the real question.
I'm excited. Here comes the new comic book from Image Comics.
Tyler and Chris, you guys should comment on what Luke's superpower should be since you're in the chat.
Yes, you would have worse form than Ezra Miller. I'm sorry, Tyler. He's commenting.
Yeah, he said.
I'll never drive again.
He's very excited about his superpower. I think you would maybe have some form of like freeform dancing fighter. That's what Tyler says.
Dance fighting.
Dance fighting. I was gonna say some sort of like mental telekinetic manipulation. Like you could like
use the Force.
Well, no.
Oh.
Like you can with your mind push people to believe certain things or to make certain decisions.
So like Purple Man?
Yeah, sure.
Nice. Nice. Probably the best villain in the Defenders universe. I'd take that. Hopefully I'm not as evil as he is, though.
Because I feel like you wouldn't want to get real messy, so you're kind of hands off, but you're like quietly from the sideline, doing your thing.
Vacuum my room. Okay.
Yeah, see?
I never have to do chores again. Even though I'm on my own now, so I probably should. This is awkward.
This is awkward.
Talking about my chores.
Real intimate.
Yep. It did get intimate, especially with that
forehead.
Forehead touching. Almost forehead touching.
Almost.
You want to read my mind?
No, not right now. After the show.
Siebel sent us a question on 8:30. Were we recording yet when we did that one?
I don't think so.
We've kind of talked about it though, but what do you guys think of Battlefield 5 moving their launch date to November 20th? I think they're scared of Black Ops 4 in October. I think they're afraid of Red Dead. And I think Black Ops has a hand in it.
I think that it's the right move for them in terms of they were buried between two super huge releases. This gives them the opportunity for people to have played both of those games for a little bit, and they can hit some marketing late October, early November to really drive up hype for the holiday season.
Yep.
It's the release
right next to Black Friday, I guess.
Yeah, right.
It won't be discounted, people might walk by it and be like, "Hey,
yeah,
look at that."
Well, they bundle. I know they have a bundle with Xbox. So there might be like a $50 discount deal on an Xbox One or an Xbox One S or X with that bundle. I don't remember which. I think they have I know they have an X bundle. It would not surprise me if they have an S bundle as well.
It kind of surprised me. I don't know if I mentioned this when I was talking about the beta, but I thought the graphics were worse than Battlefield 1's.
It's a beta.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it should still look
It's an
decent.
old build, though. Like, you gotta remember, this is probably a build from the summer.
True.
From June or July that they've got to lock down and work out as many bugs as they can. Because that game still, I mean, at this point, they're probably nearing the end of development, mostly because it was supposed to come out in 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Usually these days, games will go gold. And by go gold, that just means
it's totally done.
It's done. They've sent the game off to manufacturer for printing on discs. That does not necessarily mean they're done actually doing things like a day one patch. Like they'll still be working on that stuff. But the game itself is done. But yeah, no, I don't. I mean,
and like if the game isn't done, don't release it. That's always frustrating.
Yeah. So I think the movie November was probably the safe, financially smart decision. I'm okay with it because it gives me a little more time to get through Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Destiny content.
Same here. I probably wasn't gonna get I want to get Shadow of the Tomb Raider and I want to get the new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
and I probably won't get Assassin's Creed until I'm done with everything.
Mm-hmm.
But at least it's more doable for Shadow of the Tomb Raider now. And I was really looking forward to that game.
So in our YouTube chat
is going off
we've got a question from Eric Parks
through Tyler.
He says, what is your favorite game marathon snack? So when you sit down and you're going to churn out 10 hours of Spider-Man, what are you munching on?
My gaming snack is absolutely Cheez-Its. Original flavor.
Okay, good man with the original flavor.
Yeah.
I approve of
They
that.
They don't get your hands nasty, which is really nice. Like they'll get a little dust on it, a little salt, but you can just go it's gone. So you can grab your controller, it won't be greasy.
Yep.
If I'm doing a movie, I used to do Cheetos, jalapeno cheddar baby.
Oh
always.
my.
Or popcorn, which just does not work with video games because you're holding the controller. It's just like squirt. Can never use that controller again.
What popcorn do you eat?
Extra butter.
I guess.
I love popcorn.
Popcorn's great. I make some good homemade stuff. Well, we should have some.
We should. We had popcorn when we were live last time.
That's right, we did.
Tyler's throwing it in my mouth. That was awesome.
We didn't actually eat it during the show.
Well, kind of.
Well.
Tried.
Yeah. Mine would be my spicy pretzels that Luke actually did get a taste of earlier today.
Those are good.
They're right over. Where are they? I've lost my pretzels. Oh, they're back on the couch back.
Take a pause break. We gotta find the pretzels, y'all.
No, they're back there. I see them. They're safe.
We'll be back in 10.
That's all I really cared about is they're safe for my gaming marathon tonight after this.
I'm not a huge fan of like normal pretzels, but those spicy pretzels are bomb.com.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah.
I'll eat those. Those are addicting.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Like the crack cocaine.
Oh my. Well.
So I hear.
So yeah. So we've been told. Many documentaries have told me that it is addictive. Don't get started.
Very true.
Don't do drugs. Any other questions?
There's an update on my superpowers.
Oh.
Instead of dance fighting, they want me to Fortnite dance fight with the unicorn pickaxe.
I'd pay to see that.
It's the best I can do while sitting.
That was awesome.
Feel bad doing so many visual gags this week for you audio listeners. Get over to YouTube and watch me look like a darn fool. It's great. I enjoy being an idiot.
But you're our fool.
I'll do it. Do it for the pod. Do it for the pod. Be the fool.
Right.
I'll do it.
All right. Anything else?
Go buy Spider-Man because it's great. Yeah. Or Forsaken.
Find a game
we want to
love
emphasize
and
that.
play it.
Yes.
Right? Like, I don't care if you don't buy Forsaken because you're not into Destiny. That's great. Maybe Spider-Man is. Go check something out if you can. And sports are coming back, so I'm sure Tyler will be...
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure Redskins
Very
won,
excited.
Tyler. I'm sorry if I was wrong about that. Chiefs won.
Yep.
Which honestly surprised me because we have terrible defense this year. But we scored a lot, so it's all good. Sports for Chris. Sports. But yeah, that's everything. You can follow me on the Twitters at theboywana, THE_BOI_WUNDA.
And you can follow me at Brightson, BREITZEN.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much everywhere. Tyler also says go buy Spider-Man.
Yes.
You can follow What the Fanboy on Twitter and Instagram at What the Fanboy.
Oh.
And you can find us here on YouTube. Hopefully you're watching on YouTube. If you're not, check us out. We're just at What the Fanboy on YouTube.
Definitely, if you want to see us just look like fools, it's pretty great.
I didn't dress up today, and I felt kind of bad, but I wanted to wear some PAX swag, so...
I never dress up. And I never
Next
will.
week.
I never will. You'll never get me. But thanks for watching, listening, everybody. We'll be back next week.
All right.
With
See ya.
something.
Bye-bye.
Bye. What a great episode.
I'm so excited they can still hear us.
Me
I
too.
don't know what this bug is, but we really need to figure it out.
Well, we need to get the fly swatter and swat that bug.
You think we need Chris? He's really smart.
We need Tyler because he's really fast because he's a speedster now.
I just thought maybe, yeah, Chris could fix it because I can't.
Yeah, Chris would be the one to fix it. Sorry, Tyler. Me and Tyler will watch you, Brett, and Chris fix it.
Well, I'll do some more research. Thanks for watching, guys.
Make sure to subscribe.